We have a lot of leaks on the schedule.
Let's not get crazy.
We have a lot of leaks on the schedule and reports. So here's what we have, we think. This is everywhere. Week 1, Atlanta. Week 2, Broncos. Both road games. Week 4 at the Colts. Week 6 at the Raiders. Week 8 at the Giants. Man, you love that schedule so far. It's one of the softest I've ever heard. But and the Commanders, Week 10. This is 10 weeks of pure bliss. But then, starting Week 12, at Browns Thursday night. Week 13, at Bengals. Week 14, we don't know about. Week 15, at Eagles. Week 16, at Ravens. And on 3 days rest, Week 17, home against the Chiefs on Christmas Day. I've never seen a schedule scream to me, you better get off to a great start. How about you?
Oh, last year was pretty up there too, right? You remember that last stretch of games? I think it was Bengals, Ravens, Seahawks, another team in there as well. It's so difficult, Joe. On paper, it looks really, really hard if that plays out like you say it is late in the season. But we're talking about 12 games, 12, 13 weeks into the season. Those teams could look 100% different by the time the Steelers get to them than they do right now.
Sure, but let's assume they're relatively what?
You have to be careful of how you frame it because it's probably not going to be the same team that we're seeing right now.
I know, but the only way to frame it for now is assuming that their quarterbacks will be healthy, and then here we go. That's all we can do. Big boy.
But how many times over the past 2 years have Steelers played a number one quarterback?
I know. They've gotten a lot of breaks with quarterback injuries. Well, then how are we supposed to analyze? And there's nothing to talk about this guy.
Yeah,
I knew this was going to happen with a Steelers guy. Every time we try to talk about the schedule, they have to throw the caveats in there, Paul.
That's it.
This guy's full of caveats.
Who the hell is this guy?
One caveat after another with this guy.
They have to start 7-0. Have any chance? I don't know. It looks like a tough schedule. Apparently, especially those 4 days in between at Baltimore and in Kansas. Home with Kansas City. That's kind of a slap in the face. It's all in the process of making money, right? Of having a game on a Wednesday that you're going Saturday to Wednesday. That's the toughest part. It looks like to me. But yeah, you're gonna have to get off to a good start if it plays out like it is. If not, then you're battling uphill the entire way, and that's what they did last year too. But they were able to pull it off by some late season heroics. But always good to get a good start.
Well, I think the biggest thing is if teams stay relatively healthy, it does look like the back half of the schedule is tougher than the front half. But some of those teams up front might be better than we think too. Right? They added some young players. They added some, they got maybe some guys back and they're healthy. And like I said to Joe, for instance, the week 2, the Steelers have traditionally not played very well at Denver. So even though I don't think Denver's going to be very good, I don't know that that's going to be an easy game.
Yeah. And that week 3 home opener, you can pretty much figure out who it's going to be there by what teams are left. Sure looks like Dallas could slide into that spot right there, right? And that's a spot where they're still a pretty good team, obviously, with the quarterback Prescott and good defense. So I don't know. Plus, you got week 4 Colts, and who knows how good Richardson might be, and that's on the road as well.